Welcome to The Terrible Take, a daily segment telling Steeler Nation what's on our minds. I'm Melanie Friedlander. 2 days ago, both ESPN's Jeremy Fowler and NFL Network's Ian Rappaport tweeted that the Steelers would be bringing safety Terrell Edmunds back to Pittsburgh on a one-year deal. The team had passed on the former first-round draft pick's fifth-year option, allowing him to become a free agent in March. The Steelers most likely made their offer early and waited patiently while he considered other opportunities. Both the Miami Dolphins and the Cincinnati Bengals reportedly showed interest, but no information is available on those details. Back in 2018, Edmunds was a bit of a surprise at the 28th overall pick. He was actually ranked by Pro Football Focus as the 19th best safety heading into the draft. Credit is due to our own Alex Kozora, who did have the Steelers taking him, but in the second round in his final mock draft. And maybe Kevin Colbert knew more than those draft experts, because looking at the 5 highest drafted safeties that year, Edmunds is only behind Jesse Bates in overall rank based on his stats for the past 4 years. While he isn't known for splash plays, he has accounted for 7 QB hits, 3 sacks, 1 fumble return, and 5 interceptions. Looking at Edmunds' stats, something else is notable: his improvement over his 4 years in Pittsburgh when it comes to pass coverage. In his second year with the Steelers, Edmunds gave the opposing quarterbacks a completion rate of 83% with a QBR of 131.6. Not great. In 2020, that dropped to 55.6% completion rate and a 70.8 QBR. And in his last season, Edmunds improved again, holding opposing QBs to a rating of just 63.7. It's more impressive when you consider that his targets increased in 2020 and 2021, and his snap count skyrocketed to over 1,100 last year. Compare that to Kevin Byard, PFF's top-ranked safety last season, and they're actually quite similar. Byard gave up a completion rate of 51.7% with a QBR of 68.7 when targeted. Then look at PFF's second-best safety in 2021, Antoine Winfield Jr., who allowed a completion rate of over 73% and a QBR of 92.6, far worse than Edmunds. Terrell Edmunds doesn't have the stats to be considered a top safety in the league, and he doesn't make a lot of game highlight reels. But Edmunds has shown improvement in his time with the Steelers. 2 of his 5 interceptions came last season. In his 5th season, he could certainly continue that trajectory. And if he does, it's not impossible to think that the Steelers would offer him a longer deal the next time he becomes a free agent. Obviously, it also depends on whether the team takes a safety in this year's draft class and how well that rookie develops. Edmunds may have found himself in a situation similar to teammate Juju Smith-Schuster, who didn't like the guaranteed money attached to the only long-term deal on the table. The former Steelers wide receiver took a 1-year deal with incentives, hoping to find success on the field to enhance his market value. With a productive year, Edmunds will try to do the same. Where that next contract leads him remains to be seen, but I wouldn't rule out Pittsburgh for his future just yet. Thanks for listening. You can follow me on Twitter @GirlSurgeon. Check out The Terrible Take every day at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. You can follow us on SteelersDepot.com and check out The Terrible Podcast with Dave Bryan and Alex Kozora every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.